The incredible dolphin. Many people say dolphins are intelligent. They seem to be able to think, understand, and learn things quickly. But are they as smart as humans, or are they more like cats and dogs? Dolphins use their brains quite differently from the way humans do. But scientists say dolphins and humans are alike in some ways. How? Communication. Like humans, every dolphin has its own name. The name is a special whistle. Each dolphin chooses a specific whistle for itself, usually by its first birthday. Dolphins are like people in other ways too. They talk to each other about a lot of things, such as their age, their feelings, and finding food. They also use a system of sounds and body language to communicate. Understanding dolphin conversation is not easy for humans. No one speaks dolphin yet, but some scientists are trying to learn. Play. Dolphins are also social animals. They live in groups called pods, and they often join others from different pods to play games and have fun, just like people. Scientists believe playing together is something only intelligent animals do. Teamwork. Dolphins and humans are similar in another way. Both species make plans for getting things they want. In the seas of southern Brazil, for example, dolphins use an intelligent strategy to get food. When there are fish near a boat, dolphins signal to the fishermen to put their nets in the water. Using this method, the men can catch a lot of fish. Why do dolphins assist the men? There is an advantage for them. They get to eat some of the fish that escape from the net.
Musical elephants. In the town of Lampong, in northern Thailand, there is an unusual group of musicians. They play many different kinds of music, from traditional Thai songs to music by Beethoven. Both children and adults love this group. What makes them so popular? Is it their music? Their looks? Yes, it's both of these things, but it's also something else. They're elephants. These musical elephants are from the Thai Elephant Conservation Center, TECC, in Lampong. The TECC protects elephants. It teaches people to understand and care for these huge but gentle animals. And, like many zoos around the world, the TECC encourages elephants to paint. Richard Lair works with the TECC. He knew that elephants hear better than they see, so he had an idea. If elephants are intelligent and they have good hearing, maybe they can play music. To test his idea, Lair and a friend started the Thai Elephant Orchestra. During a performance, the elephants play a variety of instruments, including the drums and the xylophone. The animals also use their voices and trunks to make sounds. But can elephants really make music properly? Yes, says Lair. They're very creative. Humans may encourage the animals to play instruments, but the elephants make their own songs. They don't just copy their trainers or other people. There are now CDs of the group's music, which earn money for the TECC. And the music these artists create is pretty amazing.
The trip of a lifetime. Many people dream of going on a great travel adventure. Most of us keep dreaming. Others make it happen. Greg Bleakney's dream was to travel the Americas from top to bottom. He got the idea after he finished a 1,600-kilometer, 1,000-mile bike ride. Greg's friend, Brooks Allen, was also a cyclist. The two friends talked and decided their goal. They would travel from Alaska to Argentina by bike. To pay for the journey, Greg and Brooks worked and saved money for years. Once they were on the road, they often camped outdoors or stayed in hostels. In many places along their route, local people opened their homes to the two friends and gave them food. Lessons from the road during their trip. Greg and Brooks cycled through deserts, rainforests, and mountains. They visited modern cities and explored ancient ruins such as Tikal in Guatemala. In many places, they met other cyclists from all over the world. In May 2007, 2 years, 12 countries, and over 30,500 kilometers, 19,000 miles later, Greg eventually reached Ushuaia, Argentina, at the tip of South America. Near Guatemala, Brooks had to return to the U.S., and Greg continued without him. Greg and Brooks kept a record of their adventures in an online blog. The trip taught both men a lot about traveling. Here is some of Greg's advice. Travel light. The less baggage you have, the less you'll worry about. Be flexible. Don't plan everything. Then you'll be more relaxed and happy, even when there are challenges along the way. Be polite. As one traveler told Greg, always remember that nobody wants to fight, cheat, or rob a nice guy.
Adventure Island. Vanuatu is a nation of small islands in the South Pacific. It is one of the smallest countries in the world. But for those interested in adventure and sport, there is a lot to do. Some of the best swimming, snorkeling, and sea kayaking can be found here. Vanuatu's islands also offer visitors two of the most exciting and dangerous activities in the world: volcano surfing and land diving. Volcano surfing. On Tanna Island, Mount Yasur rises 300 meters, 1,000 feet, into the sky. Yasur is one of a few active volcanoes in the country. It erupts almost every day, sometimes several times a day. For centuries, both island locals and visitors have climbed this mountain to visit the top. Recently, people have also started climbing Yasur to surf the volcano. In some ways, volcano surfing is like surfing in the sea, but in other ways, it's very different. A volcano surfer's goal is to escape the erupting volcano without being hit by flying rocks. It's fast, fun, and dangerous. The perfect extreme sport. Land diving. Most people are familiar with bungee jumping. But did you know bungee jumping started on Pentecost Island in Vanuatu and is almost 15 centuries old? The original activity called land diving, is part of a religious ceremony. A man ties tree vines around his ankles. He then jumps headfirst from a high tower. The goal is to touch the earth with the top of his head, without breaking the vine or hitting the ground hard. Every spring, island natives, men only, still perform this amazing test of bravery.
Hip-hop planet. Hip-hop started in New York City in the 1970s, but has become popular all over the world. Today, many countries have their own local hip-hop scenes. Artists from different backgrounds rap about everything from cars and designer clothes to social issues. Here are two examples. The Czech Republic. Europe is home to 10 to 12 million Roma, a group of people often called gypsies. Many Roma are poor. In some places, they also face discrimination. Now, some Roma teenagers are using hip-hop to teach tolerance. In the Czech Republic, Roma teens meet for a hip-hop class called Rap for Peace Hip-Hop. Their instructor is Shamima Williams. She is a member of the all-female rap group Gadesa from South Africa. In the lessons, the teens learn to write rap music and use it to teach others about Roma culture. These teens, Williams believes, can use music to change their lives and other people's attitudes. Dakar, Senegal. Assange Inja loves hip-hop music. He grew up in a small fishing village in Senegal. For a time, he was popular as a DJ in clubs in Dakar, the capital city of Senegal. Today, Inja lives in his village again. He formed a rap group with other family members. They rap about their lives as village fishermen and about working long, hard days and earning almost no money. Many people in their audience can understand these things. Rap, Inja says, doesn't belong to American culture. It belongs here. It has always existed here because of our pain and our hardships. Inja dreams of having a better life. He wants to make a CD and help his family. Despite his hardships, the music gives Inja hope.
A musical boost. Is there a connection between music and language? According to recent studies, the answer is yes. Music boosts certain language abilities in the brain. Here, we look at two examples: music and hearing. A recent study by researcher Nina Kraus shows that playing a musical instrument can improve a person's hearing ability. As a part of the study, two groups of people listened to a person talking in a noisy room. The people in the first group were musicians, while those in the second group had no musical training. The musicians were able to hear the talking person more clearly. Musicians hear better, says Kraus, because they learn to pay attention to certain sounds. Think about violinists in an orchestra. When the violinists play with the group, they hear their own instrument and many others too. But the violinists must listen closely to what they are playing and ignore the other sounds. In this way, musicians are able to concentrate on certain sounds, even in a room with lots of noise. Music and speaking. Gottfried Schlag, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, works with stroke patients. Because of their illness, these people cannot say their names, addresses, or other information normally. However, they can still sing. Dr. Schlag was surprised to find that singing words helped his patients to eventually speak. Why does this work? Schlag isn't sure. Music seems to activate different parts of the brain, including the damaged parts. This somehow helps patients to use that part of the brain again. Understanding the results. Music improves concentration, memory, listening skills, and our overall language abilities. It can even help sick people get better. Playing an instrument or singing, says Nina Kraus, can help us do better in school and keep our brain sharp as we get older. Music, she adds, is not only enjoyable, it's also good for us in many other ways.
Life beyond Earth. Is there intelligent life on other planets? For years, scientists said no, or we don't know. But today, this is changing. Seth Shostak and Alexandra Barnett are astronomers. They believe intelligent life exists somewhere in the universe. They also think we will soon contact these beings. Why do Shostak and Barnett think intelligent life exists on other planets? The first reason is time. Scientists believe the universe is about 12 billion years old. This is too long, say Shostak and Barnett, for only one planet in the entire universe to have intelligent life. The second reason is size. The universe is huge. Tools such as the Hubble telescope have shown that there are at least 100 billion galaxies, says Shostak. And our galaxy, the Milky Way, has at least 100 billion stars. Some planets that circle these stars might be similar to Earth. Looking for intelligent life. Until recently, it was difficult to search for signs of intelligent life in the universe. But now, powerful telescopes allow scientists to identify many more small planets, the size of Mars or Earth, in other solar systems. If these planets are similar to Earth, they might have intelligent life. Making contact. Have beings from space already visited Earth? Probably not, says Shostak. The distance between planets is too great. Despite this, intelligent beings might eventually contact us using other methods such as radio signals. In fact, they could be trying to communicate with us now, but we may not have the right tools to receive their messages. But this is changing, says Shostak. Within the next 20 years, we could make contact with other life forms in our universe.
Living in space. Stephen Hawking, one of the world's most important scientists, believes that, to survive, humans must move into space. Once we spread out into space and establish independent colonies, our future should be safe, he says. Today, the European Union, India, China, Russia, and Japan are all planning to send astronauts back to Earth's closest neighbor, the Moon. Some of these countries want to create space stations there between 2020 and 2030. These stations will prepare humans to visit and later live on Mars or other Earth-like planets. Robert Zubrin, a rocket scientist, thinks humans should colonize space. He wants to start with Mars. Why? He thinks sending people to Mars will allow us to learn a lot. For example, about the ability of humans to live in a very different environment. Then we can eventually create new human societies on other planets. In addition, any advances we make in the fields of science, technology, medicine, and health will also benefit us here on Earth. SpaceX is a company that builds rockets. Its owner, Elon Musk, also believes we should colonize Mars, but he doesn't want just one small colony. He doesn't want to send just one little mission. He would like to send millions of people. Not everyone thinks sending humans into space is a smart idea. Many say it's too expensive, even if it's just a short journey. And most space trips are not short. A one-way trip to Mars, for example, would take about 6 months. People traveling this kind of distance face many health problems. Also, these first people would find life extremely difficult out in space. On the moon's surface, for example, the sun's rays are very dangerous. People would have to stay indoors most of the time. Despite these concerns, sending people into space seems certain. In the future, we might see lunar cities or even new human cultures on other planets. First stop, the moon.